And it was on that beginning, the nightfall, at about 5:30 on February the 8th, 1968, when I left, came earlier from Columbia, arrived on the State College campus. It was easy to get in at that time, when it was just beginning on a February cold evening before nightfall. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, only about 400 yards outside this building is the exact spot that I'm speaking about. Today we have, of course, an auditorium built on that spot. I remember it was a cold day. It was a very dark, cold day. Taking pictures with my gloves on, sometimes I fumble because my fingers did not press the shutter release. A crowd of about 150 students, many of my best and personal friends, were spread out all along the area outside of the building and on the area where today the administration building stands. Some were in the road, some were on the grass, some had found stability in a bare sandy spot where there's no grass root. This was a field that had not yet been developed. A reason why students were gathered on the campus is of very much importance. They were there because they were unable to leave to enter to go downtown and protest the segregated bowling lanes between Highway 601, Magnolia Street. It was completely blocked by a large number of law enforcement individuals, including the National Guard, which had been called out earlier by the governor of South Carolina. On Tuesday, and they were there because of this reason, on Tuesday, February the 6th, 1968, 2 days before the Orangeburg Massacre, the students and I were present at the bowling lanes where they were protesting the segregated facility that would not admit them because of the color of their skin. I was there with my camera. And also my good friend and photographer, Jerry Fry. In my opinion, this was the starting point of the brutality that was yet to come 2 days later. In a densely populated group of students gathered at the bowling lanes, when one student accidentally leaned against and broke a window, I witnessed an Orangeburg police officer reach for his gun. Imagine now, a window is breaking, makes a loud sound, and the first thing a policeman does is reach for the gun. Another I saw reach for his billy club. I started to run. My camera was dangling from my neck. I was running back towards the college, even though when I arrived at the bowling alley on February the 6th, my car was parked across the street from the bowling alley on Russell Street, but I was running towards the campus because I feared what the police officers and law enforcement might do. No wonder the students who were leaving that area were emotionally connected to something many of them saw as I did. Just as I reached the sidewalk near the bowling alley on Russell Street, I looked over my right shoulder and I noticed a young lady student from State College fall to the cement. And just because she fell, 2 Orangeburg City police officers began to club and beat her. They beat her all over, her body, her head, so much so that an earring she wore was ripped through her flesh. I will never forget that moment. That was a moment in my life that I almost lost respect for law enforcement, which was not right. We should always have respect. But that was a moment that I almost, when I saw that. She was vulnerable to those officers, and they beat her just because she fell on her knees.